Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Madridista Notes. Today, we are going to be dissecting the match that happened between Real Madrid and Valencia last night in the Spanish Super Cup semi-final. I will be really very honest. It wasn't a pretty game at all. It wasn't. It was nothing exciting to watch. It wasn't even there. The instances where there were something that was really fun, like sequences of play that gets you from your seat or keeps you on your toes. It was few and really, really far between. It was a bore fest, to be honest, and it won't be fun to analyze the game too much, but let's see what the problems of this Real Madrid team is because it looks we are really lackluster. We lack a lot of energy, we lack the intensity, we lack the pressing, we lack everything right now. Right now, we are lacking so many things in our attack and defense that only some players, mainly Tony Cruz, is one of those players who is consistently playing up to the level that we expect from our players. So other than him, there is Thibaut Courtois. I cannot really tell you any other names that who has played the up to the high standard that we expect from Real Madrid players. So let's get on to the analysis of this match and see what some of our players accomplished in this game. Let's start with Karim Benzema. Let's start with our front three, Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo. Let's compare all three of them. According to, as you can see, SofaScore, Rodrigo has a statistical rating of 6.9, Vinicius 6.2, and Karim Benzema an 8. If it was up to me, I wouldn't give Benzema anything other than a 7. Vinicius gets 5.5 from me, and Rodrigo gets a flat 6 because the when you watch the game with your eye test without looking at any statistics or whatever, it was easy to see. It was right before our eyes that they didn't create enough. They didn't threaten enough the defenders, the goalkeepers. There was one chance, really big chance for Karim Benzema. He shot it over the bar. There was two really big chances. One that Vinicius created for himself, and one that came from the combination play between Valverde, Benzema, and Benzema really cleverly passed it to Vinicius, and then Vinicius shot directly. He tried to be clever and tried to shoot it under the goalkeeper, but he directly, just like a goalkeeper had it easy, he shot it directly to the goalkeeper, towards the goalkeeper. So yeah, he missed a couple of really good chances, and Rodrigo was anonymous totally. I would say he didn't get any clear cut opportunities. There was only one where he grabbed onto a through ball that came from Valverde, and he shot the ball outside of the post. So other than that, I didn't really see Rodrigo threatening, getting behind the defense, taking on the defenders. It was really nothing much to see from Rodrigo. I was disappointed from his overall game yesterday, and the of course Vinicius was nothing much to write home about too. I am giving him even less, even though he was more involved. But even though he was more involved, so he squandered all good chances that he should have at least slotted one in, and he lost positions too many times. He tried to force it, and I don't like it. aspect of the game from Vinicius. He tries to force it too much. Let's check out. This is the heat map from Rodrigo, and you can just see from this heat map that he didn't really contribute it too much. He was mostly anonymous, and Real Madrid didn't really attack through this right hand side too much. And we can see from Vinicius, and to be fair, he played only 84 minutes compared to Vinicius and Karim's 120 plus minutes. So they have more involvement in the game, longer period of involvement. We can see that Vinicius was really active in this area of the pitch, but his involvement got really, really low when he reached the box. He lost the ball multiple times, tried to dribble through defenders, and got dispossessed easily. And Karim had to drop down a lot, had to drop down a lot to get some touches onto the ball, and so he couldn't really and he drifted to the left a lot, as we can see, to get involved in the gameplay, to get him involved. So we didn't really get him enough service where we need to get him the services around this area of uh, the box. So I can understand why Karim Benzema is not having uh, um, enough impact in the final third, because our midfielders are not really providing him with the opportunities, with the chances. Chance creation from the midfielders aren't up to the mark. So Karim is dropping deep to combine the play, and then when he is going mm, through the motion, and when he reaches the box, the ball is already dispossessed, or he is a bit late to arrive. So yeah, minutes played, we can see that 84, 120, 120. Yeah, goals and assists. Of course, Karim got a goal from penalty. Shots on target. As you can see, the involvement from Rodrigo is nothing there. He only got one shot off target. That's it. Vinicius got two shots on target. I don't remember the second one. Oh yeah, yeah. There was one where he had a really nice bit of shot. The placement was there, but the goalkeeper made a really great save. And Karim Benzema, other than the penalty, he had no shots on target. All of his shots were off target. The other shots, dribble attempts, Karim up 4 out of 3. That's I would say a decent amount. At least he didn't lose the ball too many times trying to attempt some dribbles. And you can see from Vinicius why he loses the ball so many times. He tried to force it. If you try to force it too many times, the defenders catch up to your patterns, and they get the confidence that they can win in the duels, and they can tackle you, intercept the ball. So he only got two successful dribbles out of 10. That's terrible. That's really terrible. The Rodrigo got one out of one, and I don't even remember which dribble was that. So that's how much anonymous he was throughout the match. And you can see after playing 84 minutes, he only got 42 touches in the game, and Vinicius got 87, Benzema with 91 passes, Benzema 76% accurate passes, Vinicius with an 80%, Rodrigo 85%, Vinicius with three key passes, Karim Benzema with one, and nothing from Rodrigo again. Really, really disappointing game from Rodrigo. Two attempted crosses from Vinicius, and yeah, nothing successful there. Two long balls, and both of them accurate there. Nothing from Benzema on these things, and three long balls attempted from Rodrigo, two of them The other statistics that I'm gonna look at is the duels that our teams are doing. I'm not really happy about those. Like Benzema only winning half of his ground duels. That's not good enough. Really, he needs to win more of the duels because whenever he needs to latch onto the long balls that comes onto him. He needs to be more strong onto those balls and aerial duels. He doesn't really go for those aerial duels at all. You can see there is nothing, 0-0. He doesn't go for the aerial duels. So the ground duels, at least he goes for something, and 50% he has won there. He has lost the possession 24 times, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's it. And he attempted two tackles. So the defensive side of Karim Benzema's game is negligent at best, as we know it. Now let's check out Vinicius. Vinicius ground duels won 11 out of 24. That's terrible. No aerial duels won, so he didn't try. Even he didn't even try to go for the aerial duels. He lost possession 29 times. That's just disastrous. And you can see if you watch the game that it was just annoying. He was super annoying with the possession lost. Every time he tried to dribble past two, three players, just you don't have to dribble through the whole defensive line and the opposition. Sometimes just do some one to give and go and go. He did three tackles, so yeah, nothing much to write home about there. Rodrigo, there is nothing to talk about here really. Position loss 7. If you don't try attempt much, you don't lose much anyway. So that's that. So I don't think the um, statistics here are really. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I wouldn't give Karim Benzema an 8. Never. He played a maximum a 7 game. Vinicius maximum of 5, 5.5, and yeah, after watching seeing these statistics, I would say Rodrigo is a 5 maximum really. And one of the players that is having a magnificent season so far and so consistent is Tony Cruz. I really, really love Tony Cruz's gameplay. When you watch the game, when you watch who is dictating the play, what's he doing on the pitch, how much responsibility he has on the ball, controlling the tempo, dictating the play, it is just um, amazing. And we can see from this heat map that the kind of involvement that Tony Cruz has on this middle of the pitch, he is a maestro. He is just a maestro. Minutes played 120, no assistant goals. Goals touches 139, accurate passes 96%. He is the pass master. So we are so spoiled. We are so spoiled. Yeah, we are gonna miss him. We cannot compete. We cannot replace him. We need to, whatever, just tie him down to one more season at the very least. He is irreplaceable right now in our midfield. Without him, this midfield is just, I don't know. We cannot. We have nothing other than Valverde. We need him. That's the end of key passes two, crosses accurate, six attempted three, long balls 12 out of nine. That's good amount. Shots on target one, shots blocked nothing there. Penalty shootout goal one, ground duels one, 11 only four. He needs to improve that one, but he was never that physical to be honest. Possession lost only 11. That's yeah. He is magnificent, really. Tackles one, dribble post only one. So I would give him a 8 minimum. He is just a joy to watch. Just a joy to watch. I won't talk about too much about him. Let's talk about Fede Valverde and Eduardo Camavinga as well as Luka Modric. I would say this is Fede for Fede. That's fair rating, 7 for Kamavinga. Yeah, I think that's a fair rating too. And Luka Modric, I would give him a maximum 6. He didn't really, he didn't have much impact into the game, to be honest. I was really not much impressed with Luka Modric, and he hasn't been impressing since coming on after the World Cup. He needs to get into the groove more. I don't think his sharpness hasn't returned. He looks tired. He looks less energetic. So yeah, Luka Modric, we are waiting for him to get into shape, really. Match fitness, his best. We need him at his best if we are to win anything this season, major honors, to be honest. Uh, you can see from the heat map that Federico Valverde's impact is on the right hand side and mostly around this area, and he helps up his fair amount in the defensive shape. We can easily understand that when you watch the game and minutes played. He has played 105 minutes. He was having some troubles, or else I don't think Ancelotti would have subbed him off. He had 95 touches, 86% passing accuracy, key passes 2, accurate crosses 1 out of 3, long balls accurate 3 out of 6, shots on target 1, shots of target 1. The shots on target shot was really a great shot. It was a great save from the goalkeeper. Dribble attempts 1, successful out of 2. Ground duels 1, 2 out of 6. He needs to improve on that one, definitely. Aerial duels 1, nothing out of 3. Yeah, he needs to improve on that, to be honest. Possession slot 16%. And tackles 1, dribble post 1. So I would say a really average game from Federico Valverde. We expect more from him, so I expect him to get more sharper and sharper as he gets more game time under his belt, because I think he is getting back into it slowly but surely. And for Eduardo Camavinga, we have gotten reports that he is having a knee problem. That's why he was subbed off after the first half, and Luka Modric came on in his place. He didn't have much of an involvement, only played 45 minutes, touches 929, 88% pass accuracy, long balls 0 out of 1, ground balls 2 out of 4, blah blah blah. Nothing to write about really. Luka Modric, you can see he played 75%, but compared to if you watched his heat maps from before, yeah, it's this is not really that great of a heat map if you are Luka Modric. So his handles are too high. I would say he gets a 6 maximum from me. 75 minutes played, 74 touches, 83% passing accuracy, no key passes. You can see no key passes. So the impact from him in the final third was nothing really. And we can just gloss over to the other statistics. To be honest, I don't want to talk about it because yeah, that was a poor showing from Luka Modric. Whatever we expect from him, let's just talk about some of our defenders: Antonio Rudiger and Eder Militao. I would give Eder Militao 7.5. This is a fair ratings. He has been the best central defender for us so far this season. Antonio Rudiger has his problems. He is sometimes shaky, as well as David Alaba. David Alaba has had the problems with the fitness and his consistency, but still, I think Eder Militao and David Alaba are our best options in the center of defense for now. Antonio Rudiger should only be used when one of them is not available or injured or needs a rest. That's it. I think Antonio Rudiger needs to get more accustomed to the team, to the environment, to the country, whatever it is. He needs to be integrated to the team, however he is being. He needs more time. He is not ready to be a definite guaranteed starter for Real Madrid yet. And 6.56, I think that's a fair rating for Antonio Rudiger. Yeah, you can see the involvement 120 minutes, and Eder Militao was disoriented after a ball hit him square on the face directly. He needed to be taken off, and he will get an MRI to the physios and the doctors need to be 100% sure that there is no problem. So I hope he will be available for the final. We need him. We really, really need him seriously. Let's check our fullbacks for the match, and that is Nacho Fernandez and Lucas Vasquez. Lucas Vasquez had a terrible game. I would give him a four. He was the reason for the concede. How why we conceded? It was he lost his man, and it was on the back post. It was just a tap in for the player. What was his name? I forgot the Valencian goalkeeper, goal scorer's name, but it was his mistake that. Led to the equalizer for Valencia, so he gets a maximum of four. For me, he was all right until the halftime, but as soon as the second half started, he totally lost his man and yeah, made us concede the goal. We couldn't keep a clean sheet, and he had a terrible time until he was hooked for Daniel Carvajal, and the problem is he sprained his ankle or something, so he won't be available for the final, and I don't want to see him in the final anyway. Carvajal needs to be ready for the final, even though he is having a really, really terrible form too. He is the natural right back. He is the natural fullback. So I would bet on him more than Lucas Vasquez. And Nacho Fernando gets an eight from me. He is such a solid player. He is Mr. Reliable, ever reliable. He is always reliable whenever we need him. Doesn't matter if he hasn't been playing for a couple of months. He will come in and slot into it and just give us a magnificent professional performance. So yeah, he is just a great player, just a great servant for this club, and I hope he gets an extension. He deserves the extension. He deserves to be. If we are not going to buy any fullbacks, world class fullbacks, first choice fullbacks like a right back, I don't think Carvajal deserves to start for Real Madrid anymore. He can be a backup, but I think he's past his best and he is not fit 50-60% of the time. So I think if you are not going to buy a world class fullback, then just let. But the problem is Nacho is yeah. So I guess we can use him as cover for fullback instead of using him cover for the center back position because we already got Antonio Rudiger and Nacho won't get enough minutes there. So instead of using Lucas Vasquez and instead of using Alaba when Mendy isn't available, use Nacho Fernandez on both of the fullback side and give him more game time. He deserves it. He 100% deserves it. And the other players that played for in this match, like Marco Asensio, I would give him an average of six. He was all right, I would say. Didn't do much, but didn't do have anything. Didn't made any make any mistakes and slotted the penalty as cool as you like. So he gets a six from me. Danny Ceballos, he was all right, really. For 15 minutes, he did his job, so I guess he gets a six. And Farlan Mendy, he had a shaky game. I didn't really like however he played. He gets a 5.5 from me. 5.5 from me, and he needs to fix up. He needs to get back into form as soon as possible because he is our first choice fullback, and we need both our first choice fullback to do things. Really, do things. Let's check out the statistics throughout the whole team right now. We had 58% of ball possession. We had 16 shots, only six of them on target, nine of them off target. We had eight corners. Corners are our super weak point. We do nothing from corners. We committed 20 fouls, got two yellow cards. Big chances, only two big chances. I think one of them was the Vinicius one that he shot straight at the goalkeeper, and one of them from Benzema, I think. Only one counter attack, quick counter. We have totally forgotten this art. We don't see quick counter. We just totally miss the opportunities for quick counters. Shots inside the box 8, outside the box 8, goalkeeper saves 2. Okay, passes 86, 862, accurate passes 89%. That's the good amount, I would say. Long balls 70% accuracy. Crosses 24% accuracy. We need to be more careful with the crosses, more accurate. Dribbles 36%, really, really terrible. Because Vinicius gets most of his dribbles, yeah, blocked anyway. So that's why. Possession lost 163 times. That's too much. That's too much. That's terrible. Really, we need to work on that a lot. Duels 155, aerials 1. 8 tackles, 16 interception, 8 and clearances 11. So that's it from the Real Madrid statistics side from this match, to be honest. And you can see from the statistics too, as you can see if you have watched the game from your what is it called? The eye test. It was a terrible showing from Real Madrid. There wasn't much intensity, much urgency. We didn't press well. It was a below average to bad performance from Real Madrid. It was because Valencia were not up to the mark anyway, because they are right now having a terrible form. They only won one out of their last five competitive matches, so they're are not an informed team. They are 11th in the La Liga table. They're a mid-table team. If it was one of the top of the table teams like Real Betis, Real Sociedad, Atletico, I think we don't win this match. I think we come out of this match with a defeat and no chance to progress to the final. So I guess we were a little bit lucky. We didn't get Real Betis or Barcelona in the semi-final. We have some chances to rectify it in the final. We whoever we get, but if we don't improve our performance by 200% minimum, we are not getting anything out of the final. To I'm going to do a watch along for Real Betis versus Barcelona to see the level of our opponent in the final, to see if we have any chance in the final. Our only chance is our heritage in the finals, our heritage in the knockout competitions. We are Real Madrid. That's it. That's the only strong point right now I'm thinking of, because the kind of form we have, how we are playing right now, I don't have much confidence for the final from our form, our gameplay point of view, but we can rise to the occasion. That's the only place I can gather my confidence from. And the reports are coming out that the players are super duper tired and they are not really physically, they're physically exhausted after the match. The kind of game you played, you shouldn't be physically exhausted. You didn't do much. You guys had a run around. It was like a practice. It wasn't, it didn't feel like a competitive match from Real Madrid. So I don't know, these players have become too weak, or I don't know, the last season and the World Cup made them too tired. We don't care really. We're Real Madrid fans. Whatever you did with your country, that's your business. You get paid by Real Madrid. So give you to your best, 100%, 200% whenever you play for Real Madrid. They got enough rest. I think Real Madrid gave their players the most rest. If you check other teams, so we didn't even play enough. Friendly matches to get our team into shape before the start of the second half of the season. And that's really hampering us physically and mentally. We are not physically and mentally ready for this tough stage of the match. We need to get our act together and really push on, because it will be a tough schedule starting. It has already started with the Villarreal match in the La Liga, and it will keep going harder and harder. So hopefully we can get it together before we get knocked out of too many competitions and lag behind Barcelona in the La Liga table. Let's hope for the best. If you have enjoyed the video, kindly like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day. See you next time. Hala Madrid.